Ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, start your engines because it's time for Kits League. My name is Travis Woloshin, Wild Eyes Travis Woloshin, that is, and this is Boom Pro Wrestling presents Kits League Inside Track. And with me, as always, as we return for our second show, is your buddy and mine, Matt Joseph. Matt, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? It's good to be back.
Yeah, I see you are in the location. As people can see, we are recording over Zoom once again. And it looks like they're still working on our studio, the Inside Track studio. Do you have a progress report there, Matt?
It's these friggin' city permits, man. I don't know what's going on. Something with the plumbing, something with the heating, something with the private swimming pool. I don't know what it is this week, but I'm hoping that we're going to be able to move in soon.
Yeah, it looks close. I mean, it looks like I could maybe. I could see a bit of...
Yeah, the studs are down at least.
Okay. But speaking of venues, you got to come to Kits League Night 2, and I got to ask, what do you think about St. James Place? What do you think about our the host venue for Kits League?
I got to tell you, man, that is a great venue to watch wrestling. I'm hoping that everybody comes from all over to watch a Kits League event sometime soon. I mean, Full Assembly is going to be a good event too, so I'm hoping that people can people will come out, people will appreciate that venue and appreciate that beautiful view from the balcony. I sat up there on the balcony last show and it was great. Yeah, it was cool to see that filled up this time. And we mentioned it's in Kitsilano, it's in Greektown, and we were thinking about, in commercial we have the hallowed halls of the Boombox, or the Royal Canadian Legion that we've named the Boombox. What do you think about the nickname for this place? Mount Olympus. Oh, I like that. I like that.
All right, it's official. Yeah. Mount Olympus is where Kits League happens. And let's go over it again. If you're joining us for the first time here in Kits League Inside Track, you might be asking, what is Kits League? And well, let me tell you, Kits League is Boom Pro Wrestling's round-robin tournament series, hosted at St. James Community Square, Mount Olympus in Kitsilano. Wrestlers are divided into two blocks, Block A and Block B, with 8 competitors in each. Every wrestler faces everyone else in their block one time, battling to rack up points. A win will get you 2 points. A draw, a single point, and a loss will get you zilch. At the end of the season, the wrestlers with the highest point total in each block advances to the finals. The 2 block winners then collide to crown the Kits League champion.
Yes, and as an added twist, just remember, everybody, any wrestler that finishes the season with at least 8 points, that's a winning record, earns the right to an automatic invitation in the next Kits League season, a chance to build their legacy year after year. For fans, this means every single match matters. A pinfall in September could determine who makes the finals in March, who earns their way back in the next season, who gets left behind. In addition to the league bouts, each event, well, and keep an ear out for that. Each event, including this one, will feature showcase matches, bringing fresh rivalry, surprise debuts, and the high-energy atmosphere Boom is known for.
Yeah, so that brings us to our previous events in Kits League, which was Night 2 and happened last October. It took a while for all the fans to trickle in because there was a baseball game happening, but once it was in no doubt as to who was going to win, that place filled up pretty darn quick, and it was another great night at St. James. So let's go to the results. We opened with an A block match between Mad Max Benson and the Electric Marty Royale. This was back and forth, hard hitting. I gotta say, and I told him afterwards, I think this is the best Marty Royale match I'd ever seen. But Max Benson comes out on top.
Yeah, Max Benson is a tough out, man. I mean, he is one of the best wrestlers, one of the best up-and-comers in BC, maybe all of the Pacific Northwest. It was a tough night for Marty Royale, and I would say he was a little bit closer than we're letting on, but Max Benson victorious, getting those 2 points, getting himself closer to the finals.
Yeah, the first of 3 tournament matches on this night. And we move to B block next, where we see the Dirty Eddie Ross taking on the usually dirty Tony Baroni, but there was a bit of an interesting twist this time around, Matt.
It was. Tony was cheered. That's the first time I think in the history of Boom, I have to imagine, that Tony was the fan favorite. But, any cheers in quick Tony Baroni fashion was turned to jeers no matter what happened, no matter how much they wanted to love Tony Baroni that night. Tony Baroni was Tony Baroni. And, of course, Eddie Ross was Eddie Ross, chip on his shoulder after losing the first match, his first league match against Malik Mello. And it took a little bit of usual Eddie Ross conniving, but Eddie Ross pulling that foreign object, that international object, whatever you want to call it, out of his tights with the 1-2-3 over Tony Baroni. He gets the 2 points and moves a little bit closer to that magic 8.
Yeah, unnoticed by our referee on the night, but Eddie had promised after losing that match on night 1 that he would return with a vengeance, and he did. And that brought us to the third and final match from the Kits League tournament, which was between Malik Mello and Ren Yoshino, and boy, did this one really impress. It was, again, back and forth. And I would go ahead and I would call this an upset. Maybe Ren would take issue with that, but he pulls off the win. It took a grand total of 4 heart punches for Ren Yoshino to take the giant Malik Mello down. So Ren Yoshino walks away with 2 points on this night.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think that was the upset. That might be the upset of the tournament so far. Ren Yoshino didn't come out of that unscathed, though. You noticed that he split his lip open and he was bleeding everywhere. I had to go to the emergency room afterwards.
Yeah.
But heart punch after heart punch after heart punch, like he said, got him the 2 points, got him the win.
Yeah, so updating our standings right now, we've got who's got 2 points in A block? Well, we got Max Benson, we got Ricky South, we got Jackie Lee, all with the 2, and in that the others in that division are still looking for some wins. Over in the B block, we've got 2 points for Eddie Ross, Ren Yoshino, and Malik Mello. Tony Baroni still looking to get on the board over there. So that brings us to night 3, which is coming up at Mount Olympus on November 22nd. It was called Full Assembly because originally it was going to have all 8 tournament matches, but unfortunately Jackie Lee still nursing an injury, so there will be a replacement in his case, a non-tournament match. But before we get to going over night 3, it is my honor to bring on the breakout star of Kits League Inside Track, many are saying. He is the newly appointed tournament director, J.G. Nervo. JG, how you doing?
Can we make this quick?
Okay, yes.
Sumo's on. Okay, let's go.
All right, so we are here to go over. Well, before we get to that, how did this go down? How did you earn this position? Was it did Max, somebody in the higher ups at Boom, hear about you?
Max recognizes my genius. He recognizes my mathematical genius. He's quite a mathematician himself, but like he does bow to me. And I got a lot of feedback for these 4-digit numbers that I was throwing out the last time around. I'm going to simplify it for everybody. I'm not going to say dumb it down because I don't think you're dumb.
Thank you.
I think I'm just going to simplify it because I think you're simple.
Well, yes, I can tell he admired your love of numbers and he admired your humility, JG. Before we get to tonight's, or before we get to start running down this card, we should mention filling in for Jackie Lee in what will be now be a non-tournament match. It is taking on the aforementioned Electric Marty Royale is Mason Crowley. Before we start giving our thoughts, how do you think this one's going to go, JG?
Well, you know what? I'm not going to let you in on all of the inside info that I have on these former referees. I was once the Jeffrey myself, as you well know. These guys really have not liked each other since they were zebras. And I'll tell you why. Marty Royale kept on getting all of the accolades. People would cheer for him. Whereas Mason Crowley would get constant chance of ref, you suck, ref, you suck, ref, you suck. And like I could say, this is what it's come to. It's kind of the fans of the Boombox's fault that Mason Crowley has become what it is. This is a situation of nature versus nurture. Maybe there's more to it. I can't blame all of the fans. Right. Just the refuse suck chanters.
Okay. Well, who are you picking? Who are you picking in this affair?
You know what? I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Marty Royale. I think that Mason Crowley is just going to be disturbed at the even sight of a referee. And
if he wants, I will tell you right now, JG, if he wants to become a professional wrestler, he's got to get over that phobia. PDQ.
That's exactly it.
Yes. Matt, do you have a pick between Mason Crowley and Marty Royale?
Man, that one's going to be tough. You know, I know Marty Royale really well, and I know that he's going to be distracted by the fact that his beloved Whitecaps are in the most important match in their franchise history. Mason Crowley's going to have a pretty big chip on his shoulder and obsessed by the fact that he has yet to be victorious. But you know what? I think the crowd edge is going to sway to Marty Royale, as you guys said. And I got to say, I'm feeling Marty Royale in this one, albeit barely.
All right, I gotta agree, guys. Like I said, after Marty's match last Kids League, I feel like this guy is due for a win. It's a shame it won't be for tournament points, but should be an entertaining one. But let's get to those tournament matches. Opening up on Kids League Night 3 on November 22nd will be coming off that big win, Dirty Eddie Ross taking on Joey Tran. Again, I think Eddie has got ideas, and they aren't friendly ones, but I think these ideas are going to translate into victories, and I see that happening again here. Nothing off Joey's back. I think he's been super exciting to watch, and you know, it should be a close one, but until someone can figure out how to get those brass knucks away from Eddie Ross, I'm picking the dirty one. Matt?
Yeah, listen, Eddie Ross carries a mean streak everywhere he goes, right? Hates everyone, everything around him. He probably hates this. He probably hates this recap. I know he definitely doesn't like you, JG, but he keeps on picking up those new tricks, as does Joey Tran. We saw a new finisher out of Joey Tran last time around, but we also saw the brass knucks, as you said. I think Eddie Ross, hard guy to beat right now. He's got all the momentum in his corner, and despite the fact that both men won last month and have a good amount of momentum going into this one, I think I'm going to take Eddie Ross on this one too.
Nervo? Give me your numbers, give me your ideas, give me your stats.
Hey, I got Joey Tran by 7 points, and I'm not biased here. I'm not biased. But I am the tournament director, and I promise that I'm instructing each and every referee at Kids League Night 3 to do a thorough search of every wrestler's gear to find any foreign objects, brass knuckles, and anything like that. So he's not going to get away with it this time. I've got Joey Tran by a percentage point, 1%. Joey Tran, 51-49 for Joey Tran.
Gotcha.
Wait, you said 7 points earlier. I'm trying to write these notes down. I don't know. Okay. Anyway,
you know what?
Let's keep going on.
8% is 8 points is 1%. Okay.
Got it.
I'm sorry I said anything. Keep going, Wild Eyes. Back to you.
Well, that brings us to our next tournament match, which will be one that will definitely be heated because of how things ended on night 2, which is Miles DeVille taking on somebody else coming off of a big win, half of Moral Panic, Ren Yoshino.
Yeah, listen, Miles had a big non-tournament win last month over Dave Rishi and then wouldn't lay off. And as you said, that led to this. Ren, again, we talked about how it was a shocking, surprising win. Left him with a split lip. He had to go to the emergency room. Basically, look, you have two guys around the same size with two different movesets, two different MOs. It's going to be Ren's Heart Punch versus Miles' Death Rotation. But you know what? I feel like the edge might go to Miles here. But if Ren can handle Malik the way that he did, anything is possible. This one is too close to call for me. JG, I'm going to throw that one to you for your prediction. But Wild Eyes, what are your thoughts?
Sheesh. If you asked me to pick a favorite in this entire tournament, I'd be hard pressed not to say Miles DeVille. As exciting as a win and as a wrestler, Ren Yoshino is. I just see Miles as somebody the sky's the limit right now. Hard to bet against him, but again, I too will throw to Nervo.
You know what?
Yeah,
I gotta say, Miles DeVille has gained the most rating points since in the last month since Kids League Night 2. He's gained 38 rating points. That puts him at 16-19 versus 15-90. He's got a 29-point lead. I would say that Miles DeVille is definitely the favorite in this one. But you know what? I think Miles DeVille is highly underrated. He is the champion of other federations. He's only had this is going to be his fourth match in Boom Pro Wrestling, and the more matches you wrestle, the more rated matches you wrestle, the more accurate the rating is going to be. So I think that Miles DeVille is one of the most underrated wrestlers in the tournament, and we could see big things from him in the future, just like we're seeing big things from him now.
It's true.
I think Miles is going to win it.
All right. And that takes us to our next tournament match between the Gambler, making his debut, Bryce Lowe, against someone else making their debut, Cherry Blossom. Wow. Mount Olympus is going to go crazy for her. I cannot see as great a wrestler as the Gambler is. I can see him kind of maybe thinking his way out of this one or scheming his way out of this one. But also I can see Cherry Blossom just going with the flow of that crowd, and there's no way that we know they will be behind her. So I'm going with Sakura on this one. Matt?
Yeah, you know what? As you guys mentioned, Cherry Blossom's Kids League debut, she has spent most of the year on the shelf injured, though. But look, Gambler is a really, really tough first opponent. And then and I know, JG knows, Gambler stops at nothing to inflict any punishment he can. Cherry Blossom better shake off that ring rust fast. I know she already made her return to the boombox a couple of weeks back. Gambler's got that experience edge. And the whole, obviously, not being injured for the year thing, but he's been off for a little while, too. But Cherry Blossom's got that speed advantage, and at any moment, her shining wizard could say Dozo Yoroshiku to Gambler's face. It's a little bit of Japanese for you guys. I'm going to leave our tournament director to make his prediction because, again, this is too close for me to call.
Well, I got to say, Cherry Blossom is unrated as so far. So she's kind of a mystery so far. I will say she's going to bring 1,600 points to the table. I will say this. The Gambler has never been victorious in Boom. In 5 matches. So he's never been victorious. And I've seen Cherry Blossom before. She's got a pinfall victory in a tag match at Boom. So she has fighting spirit, but she's bringing the points. But you know what? She's unrated, and it would be a tough call to bet against a rated player against a rated wrestler against an unrated.
I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
like she's very new, but I think she can bring the fighting spirit. And honestly, I don't know if Gambler has it's really tough. This is a coin toss. This is a mystery.
There we go. Not even Nervo.
Wow.
This is very tough because she's unrated. She's unrated. We've got to see what she could do.
I remember.
We really got to see what she could do. But I think, you know what? I think Cherry Blossom might actually take this one.
All right. So you're with me on this. I like it. Finally, chose a side.
I think Gambler is going to go 6-0. He's gonna take some chances and he's gonna make some mistakes because that's what he does. And she's got the fighting spirit.
Boy, hearing that you mentioning the term unrated so much reminds me of when those DVDs used to come out in my teenage years, if you know what I'm saying. Next, we go to Tony Baroni taking on Malik Mello. Each of these gentlemen coming off a pair of really tough losses. Well, each of them coming off a tough loss at the last one. So they will have burrs in their collective saddles. Gosh, with this, I don't see Malik Mello losing 2 matches in a row. I just don't see it happen. But if there's somebody who can find a way to do it, gosh, would you? It's hard to bet against Tony Baroni. Still, I got to side with Malik. Matt P.
Yeah, we talked about things unrated a minute ago. This is a parental guidance suggested type of match. This is going to be a nasty, nasty match. Nasty bit of business for both these guys. Like you said, lost their matches last month in shocking fashion, and I think they're just going to come out of the gate smacking the hell out of each other. Tony doesn't often give up that size and power advantage, and he's doing it here, albeit barely, but he lacks that win, as he said, in the tournament, and that win's going to catapult either of these guys through. You know what? I think I can't see Uncle Daddy, the former Vancouver champion, losing 2 in a row. I'm going to take Uncle Daddy in this one. JG.
Yeah, you know what? I've got almost an 80-point rating difference between Malik and Tony. And you know what? I got to go with Malik. Malik defeated Tony Baroni last time around. Let's not forget that.
They do have a history.
They do have a history. And I will say this, though, about Tony Baroni. Tony Baroni is a champion. He is perhaps the most underrated wrestler in Boom right now, because you know what? He's just been such a loser lately.
Wow. That's an interesting...
I mean, lately.
Okay.
Ever since he lost the champion, he's just lost and lost and lost and lost.
All right. I'll make sure to forward that message on to him from you, but make sure I will add the lately. I'm sure that will smooth things over.
Just lately. You know what? I really appreciate Tony Baroni and everything that he's done for the local wrestlers and everything. But the fact of the matter is he lost to Rishi, he lost to Malik, and frankly, those are wins that he should be taking. And, history repeats itself, does it not? So sure. That's why I got to say, the math, it's just math. It's an 80-point spread. You can argue with mathematics.
You can't argue with mathematics.
Oh, yeah, you know what they say: math doesn't care about your feelings, right?
That's true.
It does not care about your feelings. It's actually the key to the universe.
2 more wrestlers who are still looking for that elusive first win lock up in our next match between Inferno and Rex Rothschild. One of whom, Inferno, had a killer opening main event to the tournament against Jackie Lee. Rex Rothschild, even though it was a great match, Inferno came up short. Rex Rothschild was in a blink and you miss it match against the Ricky South. My gosh. So, again, 2 people looking for a win, 2 guys with a lot of pride, 2 very different styles. You got Inferno, who flying off, bouncing around all over the place, going through doors, whatever it takes. And you got Rex Rothschild, who is just pure smash mouth. It should be a great match, but gosh, I got to go with Inferno on this one.
Yeah, both guys coming off those Kids League losses, as you said. Rex got bullied in that first match against Ricky South, and he's usually the guy that does the bullying. And, of course, last month, Inferno had to contend with a bully himself in Brady Malibu, and Brady Malibu's helped Slamla Anderson. So a little bit of a tainted loss there, too, in addition to that league loss the previous month. Rex was injured as well. We have to remember that, but he's fully recovered. Inferno is always raring to go, no matter whether he's 100% healthy or he's injured. Power and size, by far, the advantage goes to Rex. Inferno's got the speed. He's always got that crowd behind him, so he's always building that momentum. Like you, Travis, I think I'm going to take Inferno, but I don't think he's going to escape unscathed. Wouldn't surprise me that he's limping around Mount Olympus after that match, that's for sure.
Commish? Director?
Well, you know, like I gotta say, like I got Inferno by about 80 points, and it's not like to say anything about Inferno, but Rex Rothschild is the lowest rated wrestler in Boom.
What?
At a record low of 1494.
Wow.
1494.
0.8.
Ah, okay.
All right, but that does not run out. It does not round up. It does. It rounds down because it's not a point.
All right.
So I think, like, yeah, Inferno for the same reason. You know what? If Rex Rothschild wins this, I will give up mathematics.
All right. Well, we heard it here first on Inside Track. Our next tournament match is between the lovable, the tasty Power Chef, who is taking on, I'd say just as lovable. I don't know if he's tasty. I'd have to ask around, but he's incredible. Dave Rishi. Boy, oh boy, this one should be a fun one. This to me, you know, as much as, Rishi really wowed in our main event when he stepped up for Jackie against Miles, but could not pull it off. Power Chef has been, you know, a fan favorite. He gets people excited. It'll be hard to figure out who the fans are going to be behind in this match. But I got to give Rishi the edge here. This is a guy who is screams what it's like to be due for a big win. So that's my choice, Matt.
Yeah, Rishi's one of those 5 days in the gym, 5 days in training week, maybe 7 days type of guys. Gets better every time you see him, and you did see that last month against Miles DeVille. That match could have swung any which way, but of course it wasn't Rishi's night. You did mention Power Chef, one of the absolute darlings of Boom ever since his shocking, maybe surprising debut in February. He's going to have to crack Rishi. Power Chef's going to have to crack Rishi like an egg to slow him down. Otherwise, he's in for a rough night. But you know what? Power Chef, always very crafty, always has a few tricks and whisks and whatnot up his sleeves. I don't know if you want to call this an upset, but I think that Power Chef holds the keys in this one, and I think I'm going to take Power Chef over Dave Rishi.
Interesting. Nervo?
I would call Power Chef defeating Rishi a mild upset. Rishi has a 3-point, it's a minuscule 3-point rating advantage here. You know, honestly, it's a coin toss, but I will, you know what? I will say that, I'll prove it. I'll go with the rating and against my own biases of what I think of Dave Rishi right now and say that Rishi's going to win this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Power Chef, because you know what? I think Power Chef, you know, I've seen him struggle with his chef's hat. I've seen him struggle with his apron.
Right.
I've seen him struggle with his, he's got like so much other stuff that he has to worry about, recipes and timing,
and
you know, when to add the salt, when, you know what? You can't wrestle and cook at the same time.
Good point.
He's trying to do like too many things at once.
I mean, there are people who chant. All right, people chant, let him cook in the middle of wrestling. So
I hope Power Chef throws a dozen eggs at you, JG. Just absolutely savage.
I hope they're hard-boiled.
And that brings us to our main event, which, boy, oh boy, should this be one to remember. Mad Max Benson, coming off that big win against the Electric Marty Royale, taking on Ricky South, a man who has been on an absolute tear since he showed up, not just in Boom, in Vancouver. This guy is a force to be reckoned with. Boy, God, I haven't given a toss up yet. I've picked one. This is for me. This is as close as it gets. I think Benson is one of the best young wrestlers in the Pacific Northwest. And Ricky South has, as I said, been a revelation since he showed up. And I mean, like in the biblical sense, because this guy is scary. So yeah, this one could absolutely go either way.
Let's got power versus power, conditioning versus conditioning. This is a main event match, guys. This is a main event match. Both guys coming off Kits League wins. We talked about Ricky making short work of Rex. Max Benson took Marty Royale to the limit in the opener last month. I've seen these guys decimate Boom's best left and right, and man, they have barely broken a sweat doing it. Ricky South just came from Down Under, has become one of the most hated guys in Boom, if not the most hated. And that's a lot, considering you got Tony Baroni and Eddie Ross and even our tournament director and his crazy numbers out there. Earlier today, I saw Max Benson go 200 flights of stairs on the stair climber in an hour. I didn't say anything. Ricky South, but Ricky South just looks like one of those Rocky IV training guys. You know what I mean? While Max Benson's climbing stairs, Ricky South is climbing mountains, and I think he's going to climb Mount Olympus all the way to the top of this. You guys may not know this, but Ricky South is of Greek descent. So you got Ricky South, the Greek, in Greektown, doing Greek things on Mount Olympus there. Ricky South has actually been my favorite, my pick to win this tournament. So I'm taking Ricky South.
You mentioning him being Greek, that makes a lot of sense, because we did.
I think we should clip some of that last part, though.
We did see his bum at, and it was very, very Greek.
That is true.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Nervo,
the Greekness explains a lot of that. What we saw.
Yes, Nervo. Nervo, who are you picking in this main event?
Sorry, before Nervo starts, do you want me to repeat myself and maybe not say the Greek things?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Pretty funny. I don't know. I think it's pretty awesome.
Hey, you know what? We don't call him Mad Max for nothing. He's kind of got get his head screwed on straight. He's kind of lost it in the last little while. I do firmly believe in Ricky South. I think he is, he's one of the most high-rated wrestlers in Boom, but he's also one of the most underrated wrestlers, quite possibly. 3 matches, he's at 1657. He's in the top 12 already. He's like top 10. I think he's got nowhere to go but up. I think this is going to be a very difficult test for Max Benson, but he's got to keep focused. He's got to find that fighting spirit, and he's got to keep control of his anger and just channel it into fighting Ricky South. And he's got to avoid Ricky South's dirty tricks. We've seen them every single time he has wrestled.
Got it. So who was your pick there? I'm sorry.
My pick is Ricky South. Is Ricky South.
Okay. Sorry.
I don't think Max Benson is there yet. I think Ricky South is. I think Ricky South will fluster him. I think Ricky South will fluster him.
Well, all right.
Hey, we finally agree on something.
Well, it's all happening this Saturday, November 22nd. It is full assembly. 7 tournament matches. Kits League at Mount Olympus in Kits. Tickets are still available. Go to boomprowrestling.com. Also still on sale for our upcoming shows November 28th and 29th, and these ones are going really fast. Purple Rain on November 28th and Major Arcana on November 29th. Matt Joseph, thanks for joining us. That you killed a dragon and made a blazer, and I love you for it. Tournament director JG Nervo, thank you for your insight and your stats as always. And Boomiverse, we will see you at Kits League, and we will see you at the finish line. Good night.